Hi, I'm back for another update. So, a couple weeks ago, I was switched back to Adderall. Those who watched my previous videos would know that I was on Vyvanse for a little while, and I was having some side effects while on it, like, for instance, the interference with my sleep. So, my nurse was able to override the prior authorization for Adderall by stating the side effects that I was having while on it, and apparently the side effects that I was experiencing while on Vyvanse were serious enough to need be switched back. So now that I'm back on Adderall, I can attest that it definitely works way better for me than Vyvanse did. I feel a lot more alert, less fatigued, but also not stalled like I was when I was on Vyvanse. I know I've mentioned my binge eating problems in my previous video, and I'm still working on that. Now, a couple months ago, when I was going through an Adderall withdrawal, my binge eating was really bad then, and I've definitely cut back since then. I am still working on it though, and unfortunately, yesterday I binged pretty bad. I kind of found myself in that mindset where I slipped up once and then I kind of just thought, ah, dang it, I screwed up once, now I might as well eat all that I can now. One thing I do believe is that when it comes to weight loss, your mind can either be your greatest asset or it can be your worst enemy. I firmly believe that weight loss is a 90% mental and a 10% physical battle because your mind will want to quit 1,000 times over before your body ever will. I think the worst mental fallacy you can have when trying to lose weight is this black and white, all or nothing mindset, because it often leads to things like, oh, I had one cookie, I might as well eat the whole box now. If you're trying to lose weight and you often find yourself thinking like this, you're gonna have to just snap out of it somehow. I gotta break it to you, but thinking like this will make it next to impossible to achieve your weight loss goals. So, in scenarios where you slipped up and you're tempted to go on an eating free-for-all, I think the best thing you could do is just simply take a step back and reevaluate. So you can think to yourself, oh, I had one cookie. Oops. It won't stall my weight loss as long as I immediately get back on track. So, the best thing you can do when you slip up is immediately resume your diet and exercise plan and do so immediately. And by immediately, I mean do not fall into the trap of, oh, I'll start over tomorrow or I'll start over Monday. No, start over right now. If you frequently go on these free-for-alls and then don't start over until a while after, you will never reach your goals. And when I say resume your plan, I just mean eat and exercise the way you would if you didn't slip up. Don't starve yourself, skip meals, or over-exercise to make up for a slip-up. Now, starving yourself or over-exercising to make up for a slip-up can spiral you into this merry-go-round of starving then binging, and it just seems to not lead to anything good. Now, if you, really slipped up, like you binged really bad and you're not hungry for your next meal, that's different. But if your next meal comes around and you still feel you need that nourishment, by all means, fulfill that need. What I'm saying is don't, purposely postpone eating for the sake of making up for a slip-up. I could sum up how to make, I can't talk again. I could sum up how to handle a slip-up into 3 solid, important points. 1, take a step back and reevaluate. So, what I mean by this is, acknowledge the situation and realize the extent to it. Be mindful in the present. This will help prevent you from going into autopilot and just mindlessly going into a free-for-all. 2, resume your plan now. Not tomorrow, not Monday, now. If you find yourself always throwing in the towel only to start over another day, you'll never reach your goal. And 3, don't try to make up for the slip up. Crash dieting and over-exercising to make up for a slip-up can easily just spiral you into this nasty merry-go-round, which just never leads to anything good. Just eat how you plan to eat without the slip. I feel that there is a lot of connection between adjusting your mindset for losing weight and changing your subconscious for anxiety recovery. If you've ever watched any of my previous videos about anxiety recovery, you do know that I address that your mindset, your self-talk, all greatly influences your subconscious, and that your subconscious is the crucial key to anxiety recovery. Your mind is everything. You literally are your mind. Your mind is you. If your mind isn't in the game, you can't accomplish anything. We have a lot of power in how we choose to shape our minds. We can use it to our advantage, or we can use it to our disadvantage. It's all a matter of how we attend to our thoughts, which become our self-talk, which become our utmost subconscious. There's a quote I know that goes, "Whether you think you can or can't, you're right," and I do believe there is a lot of truth to that. If we truly believe we can do something, we will do it, and if we truly believe we can't, then we won't. 9 times out of 10, the matter of what makes us can't do something is our mind. Our bodies can do just about anything. It's our minds that are holding us back from what we want to accomplish. So, ultimately, our mind is the most important contributor to whether or not you will achieve your goal. Just because the battle is mental does not mean it's going to be easy. I never said that this would be easy. Rarely does anything worthwhile ever come easy. It's going to take time. It's going to be patience. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take a consistency. There's going to be setbacks, slip-ups, and times where you just want to give up. Our minds can be reprogrammed, but it is not easy. Just think, you did not become the way you are now overnight, and your mind is not just going to unlearn everything overnight either. I firmly believe that spiritual meaning in our life is strongly corresponding to us going after fulfilling goals and the empowering experiences and lessons that go along with it. I really think that that's what life should be all about. Us reaching after goals, bettering ourselves, and learning and accomplishing as we go along the way. Well, that's all that I have for today. I know I have mentioned in previous videos and made references to the interesting story before. I'll tell you that I finished part 1 of writing that saga. I also just recently bought a new stand for my camera, so hopefully I will not have to hold it anymore. Soon, I was planning on having my dad help set it up, so the interesting story can be filmed more efficiently without me having to hold up the camera myself. So this should be the last video where I have to physically hold up the camera for myself. Now, something that I will mention is that the interesting story does get pretty weird at a lot of points, and I will warn that it's not for the faint of heart. However, I do also make it quite funny and humorous during a lot of parts in it. That will be a pretty interesting establishment in my YouTube career, because so far, all the videos that I've made were intended to be informative and educational rather than funny. However, despite it being funny, I also just all around think it's best to just get it out there and into the atmosphere. So, bye for now, and I'll see you soon.